Hello everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics. Today we are making our way to Riovanes Castle, but before that there's some side stuff that I'd like to do, starting with the errands that became available after completing Orbon Monastery. So we're going to make a start at Yardrow Castle. I'll see you there. There's only one errand here and it's guard duty. The best job for this is chemist, but the skill save is white mage, which is super coincidental because that's the one that I really want to level up. There we go. Thank you very much.
Indeed. Our good fortune continued.
And we got the Lance of Longibon. I think that's how you say that. Dunno. Whilst we're here, Agrius could do with some upgraded equipment, the diamond sword and the diamond shield to complete her diamond set. Why not? Buy and equip. Thank you very much. Next up is the castled city of Saarland. Again, just the one errand here, the siege world. I'm going to take Taran, Emedy, and Celestia. I've switched my black mages to mystics. I need them to get to level 4 to unlock arithmetician. So I'm going to take those two. And the best job is archer, which I've switched Taran to. So here we go, 12 days, be right back. There we go. Another win.
But most important of all,
And we got the Chaos Shrine Wonder as well. Again. No, not again. Don't think we've actually done this one yet. Cool. Let's move on. Whilst we're here, there's a couple of upgrades I can get. I'm going to get 2 Wizard's Rods, one for each of my black mages. And on top of that, there's the Power Garb, which is good for both my ninjas as well. Gives a very cool physical attack power +2, which is excellent. There's also the White Robe, which gives us half damage against fire, ice, and lightning, which is very nice. But the Wizard's Robe's magic attack power +2 is still incredibly useful, so I'm just going to keep those for now. Finally, there's 2 errands at Lionel Castle. The first one is ruins at Daguerre Pass. This one again is good with an archer.
delivered well nonetheless.
There we go.
Very well, I'd say. Indeed. Mayhap luckiest of all was our
And we got the Citadel Trials. Wow. Final Fantasy 1 location with Final Fantasy 4 references for some reason. Don't worry about it.
Another ancient. Congratulations. Your standing as an adventurer has improved.
And we're adventurer level 3 now. Excellent. And this second errand has Black Mage and Geomancer as the best jobs, but the skill save job is Thief. So I'm just going to make Taran a Thief, the girls Black Mages, and I'll be right back. And there we go, Fenland Mystery done.
I, for one, we even came across a place
And we got the Flying Fortress. Just unlocking all the Final Fantasy 1 references today. Brilliant. Okay, that's all the errands we can do for now. Let's move on. I have just stopped off in Daughter though because there are some things to pick up for my ninjas. In particular, where are they? The Kodachi. A nice upgrade in the physical damage department. 28,000 gil well spent. Excellent. Let's move on. Alright, a quick update on how we're doing with equipment. Ramza now has Kodachi, Headband, Power Guard, Power Gauntlets. We're going all out on attack with him and Taran. Although you'll notice Taran actually now has 1000 JP. So we can learn dual wield. Excellent. I want him to just stay in Ninja for the time being because of the insane speed and attack Ninja has. But I'll be beginning to mess about with other jobs shortly. Imedia and Celestia, though, have Celebrant's Mitre, Wizard's Robe, Mage Power Gloves. Again, just going all out on magic power on them for the time being, anyway. Okay, let's move on to Grogh Heights. Okay, I'm just going to put my ninjas in the middle. I'm going to try and separate my black mages so that they can't be hit. And Agrius can go here and we will commence the battle.
At the ready.
How could they have found us when we have fled so far? Have the gods no mercy? that a scouting party from the Order of the Southern Sky?
Sure is.
We are done with fighting. We've had our fill of blood and death. It doesn't matter if we're poor, but our place is with our families. I'm going back to my wife and child. You will not force us to return.
Okay, you can go home.
Deserters, it seems.
You can go home.
Pray, heed my words. We do not pursue you. It is not our wish to fight.
Aye, that much I'll believe. Better to strike us down cleanly when our backs are turned. Do not think us so green as to fall for your tricks.
Uh-oh.
That man. Does he not have the look of the one on the handbill?
Uh-oh.
What? Are you sure?
They know we're a heretic.
All right. Rams of Baal, the heretic. What do you say we claim his head and take it back to camp?
Could have just gone.
Are you serious? We're deserters. Our heads would be on spikes next to his.
He's right. Listen to him. He's the sensible one.
As a son of House Baal, he's no mere bounty. His family commands the northern sky. We'd be fools to pass up this opportunity. The men who captured that general were dismissed honorably. Exactly. If we're to return to our homes, let us do so with our heads held high. Were we to flee now, it would be to a life of skulking in the shadows. They still think we're out scouting, and it could stay that way.
Oh, no.
Very well.
No.
Let us return with him, or at least with his head. It's not long.
Guys, I have a massive dragon.
He is a heretic after all. Come.
And the Thunder God.
Our final battle. With this godless man's blood, we buy our way home.
It doesn't have to be this way.
It seems there is no avoiding this fight.
It really doesn't. Okay. Bring forward your 200 odd HP characters. Let's go over. I mean, I could just strike you down where you stand. Now, last time I did this, both attacks missed and I was very sad. Also, Ramza only has 181 HP and there's a lot of people coming afterwards. So I think actually, as very tempting as it is to just do that. Although, instead, if I was to go here and then use Shockwave, it hits everyone. Yeah, let's do that. 102s across the board. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, the double shockwave. Why not? And Earth Rent Asunder. Simultaneously inflicts damage on 2 or more enemies with shockwave 5 times. I did do it 3 times before. So there we go. I did not plan to get the trophy. And now they're going to waste their turn potioning. This is perfect. This is so good for us. By the way, it's raining quite hard, which means all thunder damage is amplified by 25%. And they're running away. This could not be going any better. X potion, fine.
How you feeling? There's life in me yet.
They're not hitting me. This is so good.
No turning back.
Like, typically what we would do is go after the chemists, because they could do things like X potion and revive and things like that. But if they're not hitting us, it's great. That's an aim +4. Which will be coming very soon. Yeah, that's not going to reach. Summon Ramu. That's also not going to reach. Bahamut is going to come too soon. Okay, we're just going to wait. Yeah, okay, we'll just wait. You can go up the steps. Holy sword, hallowed bolt. Yeah, you can wait too. It's not the end of the world. Aim +4 is going to do 72 damage. That's fine.
I shall not yield.
This person should also be running away. Rams is going to get a turn. Life's good. Shockwave is about to do some damage again. Move forward. I mean, again, you can also throw spark bombs. The damage is slightly amplified. However, I think, like, there is an argument to just carry on shockwaving. Ooh. That did not go as far as I thought it would. Okay. What if I go here and shockwave? Oh, it's not unlimited. It's 8 tiles. Well, you learn something new every day. Just looking at my options here. Throw bomb 64. I might just chakra. There you go.
I'll heal you. I'm grateful.
And we'll wait. Could really do with them just coming to me. Man, Squires in chapter 3. And they're not even getting that much experience. Because we're so bad.
I'll take care of that.
Okay, I think I need to start considering movement abilities on my black mages. Because they're starting to get super immobile, which is not good for us.
No giving in.
So there might be some Squire JP gaining in the near future. Yep, there's aim +3. They are just running away. That's hitting 3. Excellent. Yes. Wait there. Abilities. Summon. I'm going to stick it on Taran. There we go. Bahamut delivery service. Hollow Bolt. Zagreus can get some experience and JP. There we go. There's aim +3. Ow, how dare you.
Ready.
Yes, I think that might be Bahamut range. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I just go here? I think I just go here. So that's going there. Oh, it's not hitting the chemist. Really needed to hit the chemist. Okay, reset move. Okay, now let's have a look. No. Okay. Yeah. I think this is just the best one. I don't think you're going to touch the chemist, are you? Okay, 64. Cool. And now everyone's about to really hurt. Again, I could be using Ramu here, but I have access to a big, scary dragon. I'm going to use a big scary dragon.
This should work.
Okay, and here comes the Bahamut delivery service. Okay, and I'd really like to get to that chemist before he starts reviving people, but I don't think I'm gonna kill him. Oh, level 19, excellent. Oh, he's just gonna heal himself. Okay. I'll allow it, I guess. Now he's gonna run away, isn't he? Yeah, in the corner.
Senses keen.
You know what? The wizards can just hit each other. I didn't mean to crit. Whoops.
The best course.
Oh dear. Oh dear. It's fine. It's fine, everyone.
Right.
I don't think you're going to reach, are you? Nope. Okay, we'll just wait.
Leave it to me.
I was tempted to hit Taran from behind, but I think that would make things very difficult. Just the 260 damage.
They should throw their lives away. And yet, what right have I to blame them?
Hey, we tried to let them go. We tried to peacefully let them go, and they said no.
Father, what would you have done? Did I have any other choice? Is that?
We meet again.
Oh, hi, Oren.
I see the Black Lion sits upon your breast. You are of the Order of the Southern Sky, then?
I am, and it would seem we have you to thank for dealing with our deserters. I must admit, I did not expect to see a son of House Beowulf lend his aid to our order.
Don't worry about it.
The fight was not of my choosing.
Forgive me. I know you do not wish to shed blood, but it cannot always be avoided. We're no different. Had we the choice, we would not be hunting these men.
You knew who I was all along, didn't you?
He sure did.
I'd seen your name and face upon a bill. While the bounty was certainly impressive, 'twas the charge of heresy that caught my eye. They claim you murdered Cardinal Delacroix, but I somehow find that hard to believe.
Technically, that's true.
Have you a mind to turn me in?
Why would I do that? Our orders are to capture deserters. They say nothing of heretics already hunted mercilessly by the church. If I were one of those, I think I'd get moving before the lions at my heels thought to feast upon me as well.
Why do you still fight? I do not see why anyone should want to prolong this senseless war.
So long as your brothers point their swords at our throats, we must.
If the White Lion lowered his claws, would the Black follow suit?
No, I do not think it like he would.
There you go, then.
Could you deliver a message to Count Orlando, if you should chance to meet him? There are men behind the curtain who goad the dukes for their own gain. We are all but puppets, dancing as they pull our strings. It is those men we ought to be fighting.
I can deliver the message, but why to the Count?
My father once told me Count Orlando was the only man he could truly call a friend.
Lord Barbeneth said that. Very well. I will tell the Count what you've told me.
Then you believe me?
Prior to joining House Jirai, I was the Count's adopted son, and still regard him as my father. I know for a fact that he returns your father's fondness. In honor of their friendship, I will trust you, Ramza. Now, I do not know the reason these men seek the Zodiac Stones. If it is for the benefit of the people, I see no reason to raise protest. But if they seek to use the legend for their own gain, I can assure you my father will not sit idly by.
Yeah, we've seen Count Orlando already. He was in that round table with Duke Elmdor, who we rescued in Chapter 1, and a couple of other people. He isn't that keen on this war, remember? The Count, that is.
It was not for quiet complacence he was given the name of Thunder God. To worthy causes he would ever lend his strength.
You know of the High Confessor's plot?
Of it, yes. But we have no hard evidence. Our spies are working tirelessly, but I suspect you know more than they. As the heretic who slew Cardinal Delacroix, I dare say you've learned a few things.
If you did have evidence of the plot, would you then be willing to lay down your swords?
Does such evidence exist? Well, whether or not it would mean the end of this conflict, I cannot say. For the gears have long been set in motion. But if evidence did exist that could expose the plot, my father, for one, would surely sheathe his blade.
Lord Oren, we must press onward.
Very well. Let us resume our march. Farewell, Ramza. See that you keep your head about your shoulders.
And on them.
Never think yourself without allies. You do have friends. Friends who would gladly lay down their lives fighting beside you.
Yeah, I know.
And I count
And they have
myself
been.
among them. I may not be at your side, but we fight together to end this war. Remember that.
Thank you, Oren.
Okay, let's make our way to the walled city of Yardrow. Okay, I'm going to say this now. This wall is a goddamn pain in the ass. As a result of this, I'm going to need my black mages to work overtime here. And Agrius is probably going to need to be where Ramza is. There we go. And then my ninjas can fall behind.
Ready as ever.
Okay, let's do this.
Forward.
Are you blind to the treason of your words, Rapha?
He uses us, Marak. We are instruments of murder to him, not more. To stay would be to live out our days as the Grand Duke's cat's paws. Come, let us run away together while we yet can.
Have you forgotten who it was who saved us when we had lost our parents to the war? Grand Duke Barrington opened his heart and home to the both of us. You would repay that kindness now with treachery? We owe him a debt of allegiance. We'd have died a beggar's death were it not for him.
Feed us he did, Marak. But we were sapped on lies. I know the truth of it now. It was the Grand Duke himself who set fire to our village. He killed everyone we ever knew, his hand hidden by the smoke of war. And do you know why? It was for our gifts. You and I possess power, and power is all he craves. He burnt down our entire village that he might claim the sacred power of our mantras for his own. Opened his heart, you say. The man is not possessed of one. He murdered our parents. It is you who needs to open your eyes, Marak.
Oh, no, 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 no. Not okay. Not okay.
No, don't you? You know of the thing he did to me. You are my brother. You know of this, and even yet you...
Speak not another word. any more from you, and so help me God.
Marek, our quarry draws nigh.
Oh, no. They're not allowed ninjas.
I am well aware, and long since made ready.
Marak!
Uh-oh.
Rapha!
Pray, lend me your aid.
Yeah, definitely. Protect Rapha. Hopefully, turn 1, she doesn't run headfirst into them. There's a bit more than just protect Rapha. There's also kill the other enemies. First of all, how dare you? Oh, buddy, you are making a mistake, sir.
No.
Yeah, so obviously the ninjas, because they're a higher level, they'll be moving a lot faster than us.
So you are the heretic Ramza. Help me, I beg you.
Heretic Ramzabeov.
I'm not certain what this is about, but questions can wait. Stay close. I will see you safe.
Thank you.
Okay. You gonna be useful? You gonna do any actions? Excellent.
I will fulfill my mission.
Okay. So far, so good.
You're the Grand Duke's man. Did you not say you'd await my coming at Riovanes?
Plans change. Plans
I
change.
did but deliver the Grand Duke's message as asked. I do not need the temperate swords to slay some petty knight apprentice.
Come on.
Okay. No perfect action here, but getting rid of a ninja early would be very good. Thank you for playing.
Damn it. Do the gods favor a heretic over me?
Yes. Howard. What access do I have here? I could go over here and shuriken only 53. Well, I'll take the risk. 64, excellent.
Gotta push on now.
Yeah, summoners are going to be a bit problematic, but that's okay. Ramu. Okay.
I'll handle this.
And Shiva. Oh, it might have been worth doing Swift Spell, but if I drop Thundara on your head, yeah, you're probably not the person to do that. Bahamut. Yep, if I go there, then the summon hits and I don't want that. Okay, target that tile, yes. I need this guy to die. Okay. Yeah, I guess Ramu will do. Items, potion. Yeah.
Let me help.
Not ideal, but Agrius can't do much. I think he's just gone out of Bahamut range. Oh, okay, okay. This is not good. But if Ramza survives, which is not going to happen, but that's okay. Because Ramza's not like the MVP of this fight. Yeah, okay. But Ramsay did his job. One and done. Now Bahamut's going to come down. Well, a lot of people are about to miss. Oh, so lucky.
I've earned this.
Okay. Not great, but
Is this where I die?
2 more down. Just 1 left.
Leave it to me.
Heaven's Wrath on Riddell. Okay. This could be going a lot worse.
Gods above.
Noise. And then I think I could just drop a thunder and end the fight. Yeah, so that was a bit scary. Oh yeah, definitely thunder on her. On him, sorry. And then there's a summoner at the back. Completely forgot about the summoner at the back. That's fine. There's not much more she can do. Abilities, summon, Ramu. Yep.
Onward.
And then you can come here. So that even if Ramu doesn't kill... the combination of Hollow Bolt and Ramu will.
I have you now.
Okay.
By the gods. I've learned a great deal.
Yeah, Ramza and Taran falling over wasn't ideal, but it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
We will not be safe here should more of them appear. Let us find a quiet place to hide.
A Yagyu Dark Rude, sorry. Don't know what that is. I feel like I should know, but whatever.
Grand Duke Barrington has eyes for one thing. The throne of Ivalice. They call him king already. King of the Forge. He fashions ever more and stronger arms for his ever-growing army. Even as he fielded his forces during the 50 Years' War, he quietly began making preparations to take the throne for himself.
His actions are guided from the shadows, by men who would use his ambition to their own ends. His blood ties to the crown give him a strong claim, rendering him an ideal pawn. These schemers would incite the war between the Dukes Larg and Goltana, allowing the Grand Duke to swoop in and assume regency. With the groundwork thus laid, they would then eliminate the Duke's respective charges, King Orinus and Queen Avelia, leaving the new regent as the foremost candidate for the throne. This, I suspect, was the plan used to entice the Grand Duke.
And you fight the church, even though it means you must be labeled a heretic. Why would you do such a thing? That is a silly question. I know the answer. But surely you must realize your efforts will earn you no thanks.
I do not fight for gratitude. I am a Beowulf. I fight for the honor of my name.
Truly? You strike me not as the sort of man to fight for things so trite. No. You see evil and injustice before your eyes and cannot turn away. You do not even think to seek reward. Would that more were like you.
You mistake me for a better man. But we have spoken enough of me. What will you do now? I must make for Riovanes. They still hold my sister. Now that you've escaped, I expect you wish to go somewhere far away.
I cannot leave. Not without my brother.
This quarrel between the two of you. Will you not tell me about it?
He refuses to accept the truth. We were orphaned in the war, you see. We lost our parents, our home, all but our lives. The memories haunt me even now. Climbing mounds of rubble in search of any scrap of food. The air ever thick with death's foul stench. That was the life from which the Grand Duke spared us. At the time, I thought it sure the gods had sent him.
You are not alone. He has erected a great many orphanages. A noble gesture of less than noble intent. He wanted assassins. The orphanages gave him a pool of willing young minds, allowing him to select the very best to mold and train. He must have seen some promise in you and your brother.
We Galtenas are the keepers of a sacred art, passed down through generations. My brother and I are conduits. I of the heavens and he of the nether. We channel their power through mantras. The Grand Duke desired that power for his own. When our elder refused him, he put our entire village to the torch.
Sounds familiar.
All is grist that comes to that man's mill. If there is a thing he cannot have, he thinks it better that it not exist at all. To imagine the joy he must have felt when he discovered the two of us among the other orphans. It turns my stomach.
So when you learned of all this, you tried to flee?
My brother and I loved the man, as though he were our father. But even that did not stop him from...
I would have thought you fled further.
Oh no.
Marak.
It's a frog.
My words, heretic. Spare no haste on your way to Riovanes. Tarry here, and you next meet your sister in the afterlife.
Harm a hair on her head, and I'll have you there for company.
Rapha, you will accompany Ramza. Run, and the death of his sister hangs on your shoulders.
You play a craven game, Marak. This has naught to do with them.
I play no game. I trust you know what awaits should you try my patience any longer.
What, another slap? Toad used self-destruct. It wasn't very effective.
Let us make for Riovanes.
Forgive me. I did not mean to draw you into this.
You didn't. This madness is none of your doing.
Indeed. But nonetheless, we have a new guest party member, Rapha. 69 faith. Nice. Okay. Before we go any further, new stock is available at Outfitters. There's also a new errand available here in the city of Yardrow.
Welcome.
And in fact, let me talk about it. Diving Expedition Tour. The best jobs for this are Knight and Monk, but the skill save is Archer. So I'll be right back.
Stuck to the plan.
There we go. Diving Expedition Tour done.
Well, we achieved all the...
I'd consider that.
A tiny bit of JP, tiny bit of Gil. Barely worth it, but whatever.
Thanks. See you again.
Okay. Before we end today, there's something that I wanted to do. Reading materials. You'll know that we got some really cool books throughout our travels. But it's this, the Scriptures of Germonique, that I would like to read. I opened the Scriptures of Germonique, entrusted to me by Elder Simon, and began to leaf through the pages. The words before my eyes were writ in a holy script of the ancients far beyond my ken. Several illustrations were scattered throughout, but many pages were missing or damaged, and the script was exceedingly difficult to decipher. As I turned the pages, faintly penned words in modern Evilesian script occasionally caught my eye. Notes of an explanatory nature had been added here and there throughout the book, all written in the same hand, though exactly whose I could not say. A faint scent of ink rose from those notes, and as I touched my finger to one of them, the writing smeared. It seemed to have been penned only in the last few days. I then realised that these transcriptions were most likely Elder Simon's work. He must have devoted a significant portion of his life as custodian of the underground library to deciphering these scriptures, line by painstaking line. I relied heavily on his fragmentary notes as I continued reading. Apparently, the Holy Script had been recorded by Germonique, but who was that? The name struck a familiar chord as half-forgotten history lessons rose unbidden in my mind, and then I remembered. Germonique was the disciple of Saint Azura who betrayed his master, turning him over to the Holy Edoran Empire, and in doing so ensured his name would live on in infamy. I was astounded that a librum penned by the same Germonique from my history lessons now rested in my very hands. Saint Azura was a child of the gods, descended from the heavens to deliver humanity from its self-inflicted chaos. By his prophecies was the word of the divine imparted upon mortal men. After his death, these teachings formed the basis of the Church of Glabados, its name meaning to obey God in the holy tongue of the ancients. The church's influence later spread through Ivalice and further afield to Odalia, Ramanda and beyond. The deeds of Saint Azura are known to all, and yet I would seek to learn more of his remarkable journey. Saint Azura's birth came some 1200 years ago, in the midst of a golden age of technology when airships yet plied the skies. He was born in Lazalia, in the city of Bavenia. Moments after his birth, he rose to his feet and approached a well. Upon reaching its base, words of prophecy poured forth from his infant lips. A calamity shall soon befall this well. Seal it up at once that none may drink of it. Some days later, a plague descended on the town of Bavenia, and all those who drank from the well succumbed to the contagion and perished. Only those families who heeded the prophetic words of Saint Azura were spared from malady and death. After the incident with the well, the people came to revere Saint Azura as a portent of miracle and child of the gods. Then, at the age of 20, his life was cut short. The circumstances surrounding his death are closely tied to the legend of the Zodiac Braves, told throughout Ivalice since ancient times. To trace the story of these fabled warriors, I must delve yet further into the past. Ivalice was not always united as it is today. Long ago, the realm was divided into 7 domains: Fotherham, Lionel, Limbury, Lazalia, Gallione, Zeltenia and Melond, each warred with the others in a never-ending struggle to expand its own territory. It was the age of feudalism. This conflict had continued for centuries, until an ambitious young king rose to power in Melond. This young monarch dreamt of uniting all of Ivalice under his hand, but the road to victory was a difficult and dangerous one. The king turned to ancient tomes and the dark magics found within, summoning a demon from the netherworld to do his bidding. But once unleashed, the demon slew the king and set out to destroy the very world itself. To combat this monstrosity, a great hero set out on a quest. Together with his 12 comrades, he collected the Zodiac Stones that had been scattered throughout the world and thereby formed the Zodiac Braves. These warriors soon defeated the demon and its minions and banished the creature back to its infernal plane. Their deeds came to be told as the legend of the Zodiac Braves. The Zodiac Braves have since appeared whenever the world balanced on the brink of catastrophe, only to vanish just as quickly once the crisis had been averted. Similar catastrophe threatens the world in the time of Saint Azura. The Liege Lord of Limbury summoned a demon in hopes of seizing control of all of Ivalice, and once again plunged the world into chaos. And just as in the legend, Saint Azura collected the 12 Zodiac Stones, once again the Zodiac Braves rose to defeat the marauding demon. Thus was Saint Azura hailed as the world's saviour. However, the sovereigns of any age have small tolerance for the interference of well-meaning heroes. Saint Azura's fame drew the ire of the Holy Edoran Empire, which dispatched soldiers to capture him and his devoted followers. Pharism was the prevalent religion in that day, and its priests feared Azura's growing influence. Ultimately, Germonique, the 13th disciple, was tempted by sordid coin, offering vital information that led to his master's capture. The saint was executed upon the gallows of Golgotha soon thereafter. But lest we forget, Saint Errands was a child of the gods. The wrath of the heavens was swift and terrible. Immediately following the execution, Melond, the centre of Faris teachings, was visited by a terrible cataclysm. The skies rained blood, and a storm of golden lightning ravaged the city. The very earth trembled, and with a thunderous roar, Melond sank into the sea. This was the legend with which I was familiar, the very same tale told to every child of Ivalice. But the Saint Errands described within the Scriptures of Germonique was a different man altogether. Errands was no child of the gods. He was a mere mortal, no more divine than you or I. He was a revolutionary who fought to realize his own ambitions. He was no lover of peace, no hero who would sacrifice himself for the good of humanity. Germonique wrote of him, as the founder of a new religion with a rising number of followers, Errands was seen as no more than a nuisance to the empire. But to the slaves and the destitute, who suffered most under imperial rule, the fair treatment and equal opportunities espoused by Errands appeared as a ray of hope, and he as their saviour. But Errands was apparently more than just a religious founder. He was a saboteur who infiltrated enemy states to collect information and sow disorder. Errands was a spy, dispatched to the Holy Edoran Empire by a rival state. His teachings, the faith they inspired, and the influence he wielded were but contrivances to enact the downfall of the empire, orchestrated from within its borders by Errands himself. But for all his guile, the Imperials were fully aware of the threat that Errands posed. Germonique was employed to collect evidence that would allow the empire to arrest Errands as a spy. The 13th disciple was in reality no more than the empire's instrument in a play to uncover Errands' true intentions. It seemed that Errands was indeed attempted to form the Zodiac Braves. Germonique confirmed in his writings that Errands even discovered some of the stones and had entrusted them to his closest disciples. But what was his purpose in forming the Zodiac Braves anew? I do not know if the Liege Lord of Limbury actually summoned a demon. Elder Simon's notes speak of his doubts on the matter, and not a single line within the scriptures seem to record the event. Nevertheless, it appears the catastrophe in which the greater part of Melond sank into the sea did indeed coincide with Errands' execution. The footnotes provided further enlightenment. They expressed a different view, no doubt the personal opinion of Elder Simon. Although many spoke of their existence, none had ever set upon the Scriptures of Germonique. Some might say they were fraudulent, written with the sole purpose of discrediting Saint Errands, but I know this tome to be authentic. When I served as an inquisitor for the church, those in its upper echelons feared the existence of this work. And the same is no doubt true for the High Confessor. They were all fearful of these writings, for everything contained within them is fact. After Saint Errands' death, the church, which had capitalised on his considerable influence to seize power for itself, had only one task: to conceal his true nature as a human being. This one fact had to be erased from the annals of history. They needed to ensure that Saint Errands be remembered as a child of the gods. Their use of the Zodiac Braves, a legend believed throughout the continent, was a stroke of genius. It was a simple feat to convince the people that Saint Errands had led the Zodiac Braves to defeat a demon that never existed. I realise now that I had lost my faith the moment I began to read these scriptures, and yet I feel no sorrow. Thinking back, I now know that my desire to know the truth was stronger than my faith had ever been. But above all, I am as guilty as any involved in this great travesty. All these years, the church has concealed the truth and lied to our flock. Though I am compelled to condemn those acts, I cannot bring myself to do so. Even were I to bring the scriptures before the people, the church would not stand idle. In all likelihood, I would be accused of heresy and burned at the stake. But that is not the true reason for my inaction. This library is everything to me. It is a treasure beyond compare, the only means of slaking my endless thirst for knowledge. If I was to share this book with the world, my precious library would be taken from me. I cannot allow it. To be separated from my tomes, I can think of no pain greater. In the end, my curiosity eclipsed my will to do what was right. Within these pages lie the truth hidden by the church for so many years. The miracles of Saint Errands were naught but lies, and he but an ordinary man. By interweaving the events surrounding Errands' death with his mendacious teachings, his followers fabricated a means by which to seize power. But is that truly all there is to know? Elder Simon wrote that Saint Errands' demon never existed, but I have seen the dark power of the Zodiac stones with my own eyes. There is an evil presence at work, something much more sinister than even the High Confessor and his twisted plots. The Scriptures of Germonique, for reading them to the end. Wow. The plot doth thicken. Thank you very much for watching. In the next episode, we will make our way to Riovanes Castle and wrap up Chapter 3. But until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye bye!